Hello, welcome to today. Let's tap in, tune in, clear the frequencies, and feel out the messages for today. And look, I'm a rainbow leopard. Yay! Excellent. What's going on with my plant? Are you thirsty? There you go. Are you thirsty? You're always thirsty. Okay, everybody's thirsty. It's a thirst day. Make sure you're drinking your water and a drop for me. Okay. Yay. Let's do it. Let's tap on in. Is that my theme song? It just might be. Okay. Let's see what is for us to think about, consider, know, get excited about, settle into, acknowledge, appreciate, release. Always got to release something. You eat something good, you need to release what is not serving you after that, right? Okay, what do we got here? What's this guy? I'm getting yin yang. I mean, right? How can we not get yin yang from that? Okay, what is this one? Communication? Communication. Yes. Okay, externally, internally, communicating with your body, understanding its signals. And this brings you into a more harmonious connection to what is going on with you on all the levels. Oh, I'm wearing this slip that this one strap likes to get freaky with it. Okay. So this communication internally, externally, let's see what the runes want to offer as a support. But yes, in open communication with your higher self, with your heart, with others, right? All of these things with your body, with pain and healing and discomforts and stuff like that as a signal, right? Just like when you cut yourself, pain receptors signal your everything to pay attention to that area so that it can be healed, right? And so this too, communicating your boundaries clearly. This is about safety, right? Even children, if you don't give them boundaries, they feel unsafe. They feel like they could fly off into the stratosphere and nobody will catch them, right? So when you create clear boundaries, you can do this, but you need to stay within these parameters. There's a security attached to that type of communication that, okay, I trust that if I were to lose control, somebody's got me, right? Because they're aware that of the potentials or whatever. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, runes, are you gonna come out here and support this reading? Just one, I don't need all of the cards. No, that's still more than one. Okay. Okay. Just drop right on down on the table when you're ready. Thank you. Bradle. Beautiful. Okay. This is the going with the flowing. The master at non-resistance. We'll let Rado speak for itself here. Rado. The humpback whale traverses great oceans with a calm and gentle ease, the embodiment of going with the flow. He is connected to the deep rhythms and truths of the universe. As the stars sway above him in the eternal cycle of the Milky Way, the moon governs the tides of the seas and the routines of his daily life. So I'm getting this going with the flow, with the ebbs and the flows. What is it? Ebb and flow. Yes. And the moon, right, which affects the water, and when the moon is full versus when the moon, like the tides connected to the timings of the moon. Okay, we get it. As the stars, yes, when the whale is connected and attuned to the harmonies of life, he always moves easily in the right direction. And I feel like this is that communication when you are on the right path, when you are riding the right current that is going to lead you. There are signals that your body creates. And when you veer off of it, there are signals that your body and everything around you communicates to you. And this is about being in a state of openness, which was yesterday's Arcturian message, and the day before's actually, in order to perceive, to receive those messages of, yes, you are on the right track, and oh, you veered a little bit, time to course correct, right? This is the ebb and flow. Rado oversees the journey. This is the calm, confident, ordered energy to this rune. Oh, there is a calm, confident, ordered energy. It references forward motion and the ability to achieve your goals by being in the right place at the right time. This is another beautiful aspect or byproduct of this flow state, right? This is tapping into the divine orchestration of the universe, because you're flowing and everything's flowing perfectly, and so timing and everything is just gorgeous, right? And the minute we try to force or push or resist or deflect or avoid or control, we fight against this flow, and it messes with our timing, right? And so that's why surrender and allow is such a big thing here. Okay. Take ownership and control of your story. You are the leader of your life, and developing a true and reliable inner compass is your greatest asset. Okay, so this is your mind, body, and soul communication, I want to say, because they're all in tandem, right? Your intuitive brain will communicate to you what your body is trying to say, right? When you feel a thing and you're like, oh, what is that? Your intuition is usually going to be the first to answer, right? And then what do you do with that information? What do you do with that information? Okay, keywords: journey, natural rhythms, action, movement, and right path. Beautiful. Yes, yes. And this could be a very difficult task, right? people are saying like, oh, just go with the flow. Oh, just go with the flow, right? But if you're been conditioned to run on the spot or to tread water to stay above the surface, um, discovering that or releasing enough of the weights that you are now able to float and you don't have to work as hard to keep your head above the water, you still have that muscle memory, that the cycles where you're like, oh yeah, this is great, and then I need to move, right? I've been noticing that with myself, and it's about when you recognize that urge of like, I need to move, I need to do something. That's your old nervous system kind of doing its spiraling away, right? And so every time it revisits, that's when this is that communication when you're like, oh, I'm feeling like I gotta do stuff. And it's just like, you're okay, right? You're okay. You did stuff. You did a lot of stuff for a long time. We have agreed that this is what's happening right now. You have space to breathe, just float, right? And it's like, oh, okay, right? And it's same as being a support system for your systems, right? Because it goes through that state. A highly active nervous system tends to not know what to do after it's been doing the same thing all the time, right? It's like when you have been getting up at the crack of dawn for 40 years for your work and then you retire, right? Your body still wakes up at the crack of dawn for quite some time, right? And you're still like, sometimes maybe that first week or month or periodically sometime after, you're getting up, you're going through the motions, and you're sitting at the table drinking your coffee going, I'm retired, what am I doing? I don't need to go to work, right? And it's because of these repetitious patterns that we sink into, that becomes part of our makeup, like part of what we do, right? It's like driving the same route every day, and then you start missing windows of time where you kind of not blacked out, but you didn't have to, you're not as engaged and activated in it because it's so, you can do it without looking, right? Yes. Okay. So we had the King of Wands come out, and this King of Wands has been wanting to come out a lot in the last couple days. So, and it's interesting because this is the focused, keeping the eye on the prize, charismatic. This king knows exactly what it wants, right? This is what he wants. Sorry. He's keeping his eye on the prize, and the prize is whatever it is that the direction or the purpose or the vision, whatever it is, this king holds it and aims for it, right? Yes, taking other moves. It's kind of like the this connection with your higher self, right? Your soul star chakra, and this communication that happens between your third eye and your heart, and the I want to say, what's this guy down here? Earth star chakra. I feel like it's important to include the above and below with our within and withoutness, right? As a proper balanced communication system. And so this is keeping, so your vision, your mission, your goal, the thing that you're keeping your eye on can be being in flow state, being in surrender, being in openness, being in receiving mode, in flow with the universe, right? And so distractions and conflicts and things that will pull you out of that, you're like, nope, this is what I see and where I'm going and how I'm getting there, right? Okay. So tell us more. Oh, we got a clumpity clumpers. Okay. So this dedication, so I read the clumps as a clump, okay? Your dedication to the releasing of the old things that held you back, the limiting beliefs, the distractions, right? The distractions that keep you, your doubts, your fears, your limiting beliefs, your toxic environments and habits and mindsets, all those things. Your freedom from that, which this is gorgeous because I often consider these two cards together. Like I feel like this person here who has removed most of the swords, but there's still these two lingering ones, right? Which usually is the doubts and fears, because they're like the henchmen of the ego, right? And it wants you to keep you small and safe and in a controlled environment where there's nothing new, no surprises, nothing that could potentially hurt, right? I mean, the ego, it's supposed to be an advisor, uh, not taking over. You make the final decision, right? So it be like, oh, I don't know, boss, you're moving into uncharted territories and there's a lot of things that could happen that are awful, and it's up to you to be like, yes, but there's also a lot of things that could happen that are amazing, and I'm willing to make the risk. We're going to be okay. Sit down, right? Okay. So your dedication to this releasing, right? The 10 is the end, okay? And once released, look at this. Freedom, right? Because we've got this figure here full of dots, and then this figure is free, jumping, and all the dots are flying, right? They have the freedom to be and express and do without all the things that hold you back, right? Okay. This has created a confidence to move forward, to forge ahead, to take the risk, right? This is, you're like, okay, yep, sit down, we got this, we're going all in, we're trusting, we're having faith, we are being open to the possibilities, and we are forging ahead with our sword of truth, cutting away anything that gets in our way, right? This is that King of Wands energy. And this has contributed to our wisdom, right? Our self-mastery, our knowing of self, our communication center. This figure stands at the third eye, on the inside looking out. And this kaleidoscopic lens shifting, magnification adjusting viewport point helps to keep the communication lines open. Okay. So I'm just gonna put these like this, because last time I put the bunch away and then I ended up referencing it later on, and I was kind of like, would have been nice to have the visual with the referencing, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's what they say. What do I say to that? Yes, but also it is what you make it. It's about balance, the wisdom to know the difference. Okay. Okay, we got the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this also came out in yesterday's reading too, in the sense of maintaining your Hermit energy until the passion stick ignites, until you get that the nudge, the push, the pull, the spark, the flame that impassions you, moves you, makes you go, yes, this is something I want to do, right? And moving on those things. This is part of this, the lanterns that the Hermit is holding and moving towards, right? And the spark, it's kind of like when you have connected with your internal spark, this is part of your communication center. When it flickers, when that internal flame flickers, right? That's that, ooh, there's something about this direction that's making me go, ooh. And so move there, right? Move into that direction. This is part of the new way. And this is why it's, we need this period of acclimating and reassuring ourselves when we get to that place of like, oh, I got to do something. I got to do something. Well, that's forcing, that's trying to control, that's trying to make things happen. This is all about going with the flow and allowing yourself those periods of stillness until you are divinely inspired. This is why the openness was so important, right? Okay, so we've got this using your intuition to choose what is worth going for and what isn't, right? We've got the blindfolded choice making, but balance with the moon in the back. So, yeah, you can choose to use your energy on just anything so that you're making yourself feel better for not just sitting there. But this is the thing, right? The old version of self relied on constant movement for survival. Now things are different. And so those echoes of the old ways, moving through them, I think this is what it's about. And recognizing when they come up and recognizing the difference between when it's, I got to do this because it, because of the old way, or spark, right? And I think this is part of the hermit experience, the hermiting experience, this going within, this creating boundary and allowing space for your nest to be, so that you can feel what that feels like and know and develop this strong communication with your self, so that you are more able to recognize the difference. Okay, this is part of this process here. What was going on here to get here, right? This recognition. I mean, most of us are somewhere in this process still, right? Trying to trust, right? Go all in, move confidently on sparks of creation. Here we go. Yes, this is what you're being asked to do, okay? To be in your Queen of Pentacles. And look at this gorgeous balance between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, right? This is this recognition to keep in focus your goal, what you want to achieve, peaceful nervous system, whatever the case may be, right? While being in your opulence, while being in your hermiting space. The Queen of Pentacles, she's very grounded and the queen of the material realm. So she is the home. She is the comfort food. She is the cozy throws on the furniture with the pillows, right? And the antique pieces that have been collected and the attention to the detail of beautification, right? The King of Pentacles is like the foundation, the land, the space, the environment, the container, and the Queen of Pentacles is the gorgeous, overflowing sauce that occupies it, that makes it gorgeous, that blooms and grows within and around and all over it, right? So, this attention to self-care, home, and environment, while also keeping your eye on the prize and ready to take action on the sparks when they present themselves. This is that balanced flow state between your being and your doingness. Okay, is there anything else that wants to come out? Or just the 10 of Cups? Okay, this is what your eye is on. Okay, this is what you are holding fixed upon, is this regulated nervous system, this emotional regularity, this peace and fulfillment in all the levels. This is love, peace, harmony, joy, happiness, abundance, collaboration, soul family, balance. Did I say that already? Joy. Did I say that already? I don't think you can have too much joy. Gorgeous. Okay, but it requires a surrender and an allowing. This is that co-creativeness, right? The current. I'm thinking about Finding Nemo and the sea turtles, right? And they jump in these currents, and that's what moves them around the ocean. And so when we get ourselves connected and right, we are hopping into this current that moves us swiftly, and we trust that it's going to get us to where we're going. And there's also this connection with the inner spark, your intuition, that tells you when to step out of the current, right? And then you land in a place where you were meant to be. Right time, right place, right? Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous. I just love this card coming out because of all the rainbows, right? It's just giving me rainbow stare. It always gives me like the Care Bear stare, everybody coming together, pooling everything that they bring to the table, and it just being a gorgeous cacophony of light, sound, and gorgeousness. Okay. Beautiful, because this morning, well, depends on what time this morning, I woke up to somebody doing squealy donuts, I don't know where, somewhere within earshot. Ripped me right out of, I don't even know, maybe it was like 3 in the morning. I didn't look at the clock because then it's like another level of waking up, but it was still dark for quite a bit after that. But anyways, when I woke up and actually got out of bed this morning, I woke up to the sound of eagles in the distance doing their little, I'm not gonna try to mimic the eagle, though part of me wants to, but I know it's just not gonna do it. Okay, eagle. All pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. Are you ready? Are you ready? The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. Woohoo! Okay. Beautiful. And I love this idea because we've got the fire and the water here with the rado, right? And our analogy with the current. We're in the water element. So more balance here with your emotions for the water and your fire, your passion. I mean, the king and queen here is earth and fire, but that's okay. We got all the elements here. Earth, air, fire, and water. There you go. When in balance, bright, radiant challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Allow yourself to be carried by the current. There's another example, right? The speed at which you have to swim in order to move even half as fast as those swooping by you in the current, right? And it's just right there. You see the current, it's almost like a little causeway or a tunnel or something that's moving way faster than anything around it. And or like a conveyor belt, right? The thing with the conveyor belt is you don't have to walk. And I mean, you could walk casually and you're moving way faster than if you were casually walking off of it, right? But you could also stop and you're still going to get where you're going. And so part of this readjusting and this trust is that you don't have to expend the same amount of energy to get where you're going that you used to. Okay, this is all about this adjusting, allowing. Let yourself be moved. Okay, Let's get some love messages. What have we overcome with the power of love, or are in the process of? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. Yeah, willingness to take risks when passion ignites. Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Right. This is a recognition. It's not a race. It's a destination we're all meant to arrive at. We just have our own unique ways of getting there. And just because it looks like you're standing right outside there, and other people are way, way away, well, we don't know. Lots of people can discover teleportation. Boom, they're in. Or and other people who are right there can get stuck there for years and never get through, right? So this is why we can't judge another from where they're at in their healing journey, because all processes are uniquely tailored. And so this is a pulling away from the comparison and an acceptance of bringing back to you and your journey and what you are navigating. Cause and effect. You are aware that love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Gorgeous. Yes. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. This is part of that communication, awareness, dedication to self, and your ability to self-reflect, right? The power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express, especially near this cause and effect. Bringing you, reflecting to you what you think, feel, know to be true. And virtue, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Okay, this is, I think, a byproduct when you are standing in your resolve and dedication to self and this communication to balance and your higher-ness. You inadvertently become a beautiful example to others that encourages them to shine and take risks and hold fast and be dedicated and forge paths. Okay, let's get some love messages. Trust your intuition. Okay, intuition confirmation. Yes, it is what you have developed. This is your main communication center, guidance. This is, what would your intuition be? I went to gaming world. I don't even know if any of you are gamers, but so I won't try so hard to create a gaming reference, but something about like if your higher self is the player And us here in this world realm vessel are the avatars, the play. Then your intuition would be the controller. But no, because yeah, never mind. Okay, I'm trying to see, this is the forcing it to fit versus it just working, and that wasn't it. Okay. Cleanse your energy, okay? Release the things that no longer serve. Recognize when things are clouded, when things are not so clear, and cleanse your energy, okay? And release. Okay, and then we've got comfort food. Yes, this is part of the self-care, treating yourself well, focusing in on your being in your safe space, your home. Okay, release the resistance and go with the flow, right? Jump in and allow the current to move you. And beautiful ocean medicine confirmation here, the ebb and the flow. Yes, gorgeous. Okay, a couple charms, just a couple. Just a couple. Okay, so we've got the kitty cat of awareness. Okay, trust what you see, what you know to be true. Cats are notorious for being able to see realms that we cannot. And so I feel like this is something that you are capable of. Nobody knows your path, nobody knows your vision, nobody knows what you are and how you are and where you are. And so trust what you know, what you feel. Okay, we've got quality, okay, quality time and efforts and thoughts and actions and food. And food. Okay, we've got this horse. So this is that energy that you have to move, right? You want to move. Am I going this way? 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 Well, move only on the passion and you'll know which way to go. Okay, and this elephant, this is gorgeous. This is my elephant who is just reuniting with their herd. And I heard that elephant feet, their pads, they actually can sense vibrations in the earth, which, I'm not surprised. But they can, like, it's something like 100 meters, or there's a certain amount of space that they can detect and find their lost herd by feeling them moving around and heading in that direction. So I feel like this is like, I'm coming, I feel you, and I'm coming your way. Okay, so I'm getting the sense of attracting soul tribe because there was collaboration and all that kind of stuff involved there. That's it. Those are the messages. Oh, and that's not it. This loyalty, okay? Loyalty to self and others. This is also companionship. I mean, dogs, right? They're somebody's best friend. I mean, I'm more of a cat person, but um I'm an animal lover. I love all the animals, okay? So we've got a dog and cat here. So this is interesting too in terms of balancing. Oh, 4 4 4 4 4. I just saw on the timer. Okay, so something about that. The fours are a trusting in divine timing. Where's my I think I have it here. The fours, the fours, the fives, the fours. Okay. What message do I need to hear from the angels when I see a four? The angels are with you. Trust that the signs you're seeing are messages from them to you. Be open to your intuition and listen to its guidance, especially regarding spiritual connection and messages. Yay. Most importantly, pay attention to your body. It is the home of your spirit and must be treated with loving kindness. Does your body need more nutrition, a walk, other movement? Now is the time to listen to your body's messages. It's talking to you. What a gorgeous confirmation of the communication, right? Beautiful. Okay, there's the gorgeous reading. And yeah, you know what to do. Just be opulently, gorgeously, healthily, communicatively, and trust and allow, be open, and keep on keeping on because you're heading in the right direction. Okay. Love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.